We're just here to say, let us make the choice. I mean, we're the parents. Let me decide what is best for my kids or what's not best for my kids.
Come and take it news.
The recent Save Our Children March in Hollywood was attended by a variety of people of different ages and backgrounds who came out to let their voices be heard. The message: Save Our Children. Although there were many people who turned out, there were several people under the banner of LEXIT, Latinos Exit, from the Democrat Party. LEXIT is an organization with the goal to educate Latinos and encourage them to vote with their godly moral values. It is also the largest conservative Latino organization in America, with chapters from coast to coast. The mission of LEXIT is to show Latinos and Hispanics they don't have to vote Democrat just because of their skin color. While at the march, I had an opportunity to catch up with a couple of LEXIT members who talked to me about why they joined and why LEXIT is so important to them.
So I'm Kari, my handle is No Me Callas on Instagram, and we're here to bring awareness to our children because from the time they're in the womb all the way to now in their schools, they're under attack. So we're just here to stand up for our children and try to have them keep the same rights we grew up with.
LEXIT is a Latin exit from the Democrat Party. Latino exit from the Democrat Party.
We were all Democrats at one point.
Some of us.
Most of us on LEXIT were Democrats at some point. LEXIT isn't a Republican organization.
We are not
Republican,
conservative.
We're not saying vote Republican. We're not saying vote Democrat. We're just saying make an intellectual vote. Know where you're voting for. Be informed and vote your values.
Yep. Because I'll say this really quickly. If tomorrow the Republican Party decided that they're going to be pro-abortion, anti-Second Amendment, anti-First Amendment, I'll drop the Republican Party like that. I don't give a damn.
We
are conservatives.
Policy.
We're not Republicans.
We vote policy, not party. The thing is, we come here and there's a huge language barrier, so Democrats kind of manipulate us, right? We come here for the opportunities this country offers. We come here to run away from the policies that Democrats push. But when we come here, there's a huge language barrier, and for some reason we vote against our morals and against our values. Because Latinos, we are, from our family to our religion we're conservative and not Republican. We have conservative values. So we're just trying to remind our community because we're about to be 40% of the voting bloc, over 40%, and that comes with a lot of responsibility. So we don't know why we're voting and we're misinformed. We're doing ourselves a disservice. We're turning this country into the one we left.
Yeah, I agree. Both of my parents are Mexican immigrants. They're both from Mexico. They came here to this country with very little money. My dad came here with almost no money whatsoever. He worked as a dishwasher and waiting on tables and so on until he eventually became a truck driver for one of the largest grocery stores and got a pension and all that other nice things and lives in a 6-bedroom house and five bath, and it's just him and my mom.
American dream.
You know what I mean? He lived the American dream. He worked hard. He instilled those values in me. Work hard and earn what you get, and that's what I feel like a lot of our Hispanic and Latino people believe in. If you work hard, you can achieve it in this country.
Yeah.
But we've been tricked by the Democrat Party with tweaks and lies about immigration and this and that, saying, oh, well, the Republicans don't want any of you people over here. That's why they want to build a wall, and that's why they want stricter immigration laws. That's not necessarily true. We want what you would want in your house. You lock your doors at night and your windows at night for a reason, to keep out the people you don't want in, and to keep the people inside safe. It's the same thing for our country. We want to protect the people that are here and vet the people that are coming in. I don't see why that's bad. To me, it's almost hypocritical to say you want open borders, but then you lock your doors and windows at night.
Like me, I'm a first-generation American. My mother came here legally. If you're first generation, second generation, our family came here for a reason. They left everything they know behind. They sacrificed everything to come here, and what a slap in the face it is for our families that sacrifice so much for us to say, I'm oppressed here. I can't make it here. If they made that whole trip for a reason, we better fight for that same reason. You know what I mean? We have it easy compared to them. So it's embarrassing when Latinos are like, we're oppressed, we can't make it here. Our family came here for a reason. Let's remember that.
I feel that that God should come first, that Jesus Christ should come first. And with that being said, we want our votes to match our religious and conservative values.
My mom left our country for a reason. I was raised in Mexico. I was spent my summers there, so I understand the struggle. I know how privileged Americans are, and I know that we come here for a reason. So 4th of July, when I saw a lot of people speaking out, I just got upset, and I sat in front of a camera, and I just started talking. That was my moment.
Yeah, I would say for me, probably the whole recall situation. It looked like there was a little bit of steam behind it. It looked like it had like a good grassroots startup and following, but then it kind of seemed like the higher ups and people with labels just didn't really back it, and I was kind of upset about that. Once we lost the recall, man, I was really worried for the state. I was really worried for the state.
For Gavin Newsom.
Yes. Yeah. So ever since then, I said, you know what? If we're going to stay here in California, then we really have to fight, because otherwise, it's going to go downhill really, really, really fast.
I'm a mother of 2. I recently pulled my kids out of school like 2 weeks ago. We had incidents in the school where they were going against the CDC guidelines, and they wanted me to test my child, even though he never had a positive test, all that. So that was like the final straw for me, and I pulled him out. I think that it's terrifying that I did that. Trust me, I'm so scared, but it's much needed. If we don't take our kids out, they're going to take control, and they're going to raise them with values that don't align with ours. Yes, we're home, so we just we're getting into a new homeschooling schedule, and I'm trying to do that and this and run my little home business. But I mean, it's important, you know. When our kids should come first, and we have to do everything in our power to protect them.
And then speaking for my family and my kids, I'm not as I guess I'm not as far as she's gone yet. My kids are involved in sports and stuff like that, so we're trying our best to keep them in school as long as possible, but the fight is getting harder and harder. You know, with mask mandates, and now we're hearing that starting in September of 2022, they want to start forcing vaccine mandates. We're just trying to fight this as hard as we possibly can, raise awareness to it, and try and raise other parents to come out here and join us. We're just here to say, let us make the choice. I mean, we're the parents. Let me decide what is best for my kids or what's not best for my kids.
Yeah,
you know?
We're not here to say we're anti-vax. We're not
Yeah,
anti-vax.
absolutely
We're
not.
anti-mandate. We are for freedom. We just want freedom of choice for the parent, for the child. The government shouldn't. These are not Newsom's kids. These are our kids.
Absolutely.
And we should have the say in whether they're vaccinated or not.
Absolutely. Our founder has said it many times before. Jesse Holguin is the founder of LEXIT, and he said it many times before. He's not anti-vax. If you want to go out and get 10 vaxes, go for it, if that's what you feel is best for you. But you should not force it on anyone. And that's what we're trying to get, the point that we're trying to get across.
We are Lexit.com.
We are Lexit.com.
You could also follow us. We are the chapter leaders in the Inland Empire. I'm Kari. I am No Me Callas on Instagram with periods in between. This is Danny.
I'm Danny Cruz, 1776. Danny Cruz, 1776 on Instagram.
If we are not your chapter leaders, we will direct you to the proper person.
We have chapter leaders in LA County, Orange County, San Bernardino, Riverside County,
Virginia,
San Diego,
Alabama.
not to mention across the,
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
If you're not in California, we'll find your chapter leader for you.
Yep.
What they won't tell you, we will. Come and take it news.